Hey everybody, it is Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and I'm out here in the garage actually prepping for a video. I'm prepping for a product review that I have installed on a friend's firearm called the See All Open Sight. And got some mixed opinions about this. I've already had it to the range, but I got to film the opening and the closing of the video. But I'm out here cleaning the Glock 17 that he asked me to install it on for him. And I thought I would make a quick video where I talk about something I just discovered. Now, I've been super busy the past couple of days doing stuff with family and blah, blah, blah. And one of my FFL friends contacted me and said, hey, has your channel been demonetized? And the answer to that is no. I'm still monetized on the main channel anyway. This channel doesn't have enough subscribers to be monetized. But I wanted to talk about monetization, YouTube monetization, and what's going to happen in the future, especially if I become demonetized, which I have been in the past. YouTube does this. It's hard to tell why. They don't give you any reasons why. It's just very arbitrary. Now, I don't know exactly who's monetized, who's not monetized, when this kind of stuff happens, because no one really talks about it. But my opinion is this. When it comes to firearms content, the people that seem to get demonetized are the ones that are a little bit edgier. Now, what do I mean by edgy? I think there's two ways of being edgy in the YouTube world when it comes to firearms. The first one is when you take firearms and kind of play around with them and like blow stuff up, if it's kind of a joke where you're shooting full auto all the time, you're doing, I don't want to say dangerous stuff, but you're goofing around with it. Not that you're unsafe, but you're not just, hey, I'm out hunting. Hey, I'm at the range. Hey, I'm reviewing this product in a very kind of a serious tone. But the people that go out and they kind of dress up and they kind of act out things. That's the one type of edge. The other type of edge are people that talk about certain content. So for example, I know there's some channels, and you guys know that I'm a Second Amendment advocate. Okay, I love the Second Amendment. I try to promote the Second Amendment, and I try to do it through a reasonable, what I call a responsible way, where I would hope that if somebody found my channel and might be on the fence about the Second Amendment, they would go, wow, this guy seems like a pretty level-headed, normal guy. He's not out there screaming, take over the government or do anything like that, or the revolution is coming, there's civil war, this person is bad. I don't do that. I just say, hey, be responsible, protect yourself, protect your loved ones, do what's legal, be in compliance, go vote your conscience. If you love the Second Amendment, go out and do that. Support, institutions that you agree with your, hard-earned money, whether that be like the Gun Owners of America or whatever. So that's the type of advocacy that I try to do. But I know some people are out there and they kind of skirt the line of, I don't want to say violence, and I know that's kind of the wrong word there, but they just get edgy. You know what I'm saying? And I think that some of those channels get demonetized relatively easy as well. Now, the day may come, as I said, because in the past I was demonetized, and then they remonetized me. They never gave me a reason why on either. It just happened. So there might come a day that I get demonetized. Now, I will say, from all the money that I make, which is not very much, and I have a few Patreons. I think I have like 11 Patreons or something. And that support means so much to me. And I have people that send me things. They let me borrow guns for review. They give me ammo with those guns. So it really helps me defer some of the costs of putting on a channel like this. But in the end, I still lose money. This is still something that I create on my own, and I still go into the hole on it. Now, if I get demonetized, I can tell you that I will continue making the content that I do, okay? So I'll still be trying to do You know, like from the vault videos, you know, I'll do as many range reports as I possibly can. That's cost prohibitive. If people, you know, lend me guns or whatever, I'll still be doing those. I'll still do like product stuff, you know. I'll still do my news and my Texas Gun Vault poll question of the week. And I'll keep putting it all out. It's just the focus right now has been a lot on range reports. It might have to defer away from that if that ever happened. I still do them. I just might not be able to do as many because I eat the cost of that ammo most of the time. Not always. Because I said I got some amazing subscribers. Absolutely amazing that donate ammo when they let me borrow a gun. But you guys know how much ammo is right now. So that can really eat into the cost. And this is not something that I do to supplement or replace my income for what I do as a day job, okay? So it's just a side thing that I do as a hobby. Now, I will say going forward, I know there's going to be a lot of people that will say, well, we don't want YouTube to do this. And we got to support or do whatever to keep this stuff. I don't want this content to go away. And I know that I'm a super small channel. So I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the big channels. The channels that, you know, I think that we all watch, you know, that if you want to see that content continue, I'll say some channels that I personally like. The Military Arms channel, okay? I like Tim. I think he's a good guy. He does what he has to do. He has the sponsors he has to keep the channel going. I totally get it. And I think that as a Second Amendment community, if we're going to want to see that content continue, because I get so much information and knowledge from my fellow gun tubers, that if we're going to want to see that continue, we're going to have to up our game and support them more. As I said, it doesn't have to be a financial support. It can be support from just liking the video and interacting. I know that when it comes to the algorithm, that the interaction rates are really, really important. So I get a lot of people in some of my videos watch. I mean, a lot of people watch, but they don't thumbs up, they don't thumbs down, they don't comment. And that actually, I'm not saying it hurts, it just doesn't do anything to help the channel. So I think that we need to support people that way. If you have the ability to send somebody, you know, as I said, like Patreon, and as I said, this is not about me. I don't care about me. I'm talking about the other content that we enjoy. We kind of have to up that game and pay for it. If you really think about it, we live in an amazing time where no other time in history have we been able to see just regular people out there reviewing guns, shooting guns, talking about guns, and sharing their knowledge. And I think that it's okay if we have to pay a little bit for it. I mean, we've gotten it for free for so long. I can tell you that I have been greatly enhanced. My knowledge has been enhanced by other people. So to give back to them, in fact, I give some money to a couple of gun channels through their Patreon accounts, just because I get so much enjoyment from them, and I try to support them. So that might kind of be the future of YouTube. I think you're going to see a lot of the channels go away if demonetization becomes a real issue, because there are people that do this because they do it for a living. And so if that avenue of making money disappears, they're going to disappear. Then there's going to be the people who are going to continue to put out the content because it's their passion and they love it and they feel like this is the best place to reach people. Now, that's the way that I would be. You know, as I said, if I got demonetized, I'm still going to be here making videos. The type of videos I make might change a little bit, but I'll still be talking about Second Amendment advocacy. I'll be bringing, you know, as many guns to you guys as I possibly can to show them off or shoot or whatever the situation may allow me to do. But I know you'll see other channels simply disappear, and I think you'll see the amount of content dramatically drop. And if you don't want to see that, you have to support in your own way. You know, some channels have merch One of the things that I don't really buy a lot of t-shirts because I got a ton of t-shirts. But one of the things I enjoy for channel offers, and I wish I could figure out a way to do it on the Texas Gun Vault, but patches. I like those little, like, those Velcro patches. I have a couple, as I said, from like the Military Arms channel, and also from some other channels that I follow. If they ever have a patch, I always buy those things. I just love those things. I want to have like a big like Velcro wall collection of those patches. But to do something small like that, I think does go a long way. I've bought from the AK-47 74 Operators Union web store. He has like muzzle devices and optics and things. I think I've bought 2 muzzle devices. I think I bought one of those pin retainers from him just in his shop, just to support him. Now, as I said, I've had issues with that channel in the past, but I still think he makes great content that's informative and entertaining. So I support him that way. I always try to support everybody else, and that's why I say constantly here on the channel how humbled I am when people support me, because I feel like I am completely undeserving and unworthy of that. And I just try to do my part to provide, not entertainment, but I guess information, but from a average gun person or a smaller channel perspective. That's just what I try to do. But anyway, this has just been kind of a little garage rambling of demonetization on YouTube and what the future may hold. I don't think that gun channels will go away if everything gets demonetized. As I said, some people do this because it is a passion of theirs, and they're not going to stop. And that's, for example, me, by the way. Oh, where's my Glock disassembly tool? Got to go over here and get it. But anyway, so I think what actually will happen is if you see people get demonetized, I think you're going to see a lot of, I'm going to use this a term, not necessarily in a negative way, but I'm going to say riffraff. There's a lot of gun channels out there that I do not think put out either quality content, quality entertainment, and sometimes I think push the line a little bit too much and do not represent the Second Amendment community in the best light. And so I think some of those channels may go away. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing. In some ways, as I said, I think that when people go to YouTube and want to learn about guns, learn about particular types of guns, history of guns, watch people shoot guns, I think the more channels that are out there that are, I think, doing it the responsible way and maybe the kind of mundane and average way would help promote the Second Amendment more than the people that are out there actively talking about, defying the government, defying the law. I'm not going to turn, whatever. I'm not saying I don't support them or those ideas. I'm just saying you have to cool the rhetoric because you have to know who you're talking to. One of the things that they teach you in school and in college especially is that when you're writing a paper, you must know who your audience is. So, for example, if you're going to be a children's author, you know that you're writing for children. And so you need to use vocabulary and talk about topics that would pertain to children that they would understand. But when your channel in the gun world talks about very edgy things, very, I don't want to say conspiratorial things, things that might be considered politically far on one side, you're not reaching the right audience. You're not reaching the right audience. You don't know who your audience is, and maybe that is the audience you want. You want those people. But that's not how you grow a brand. It's not how you grow a channel. You want to have a broad reach. And that's what I try to do. As I said, I try to say, okay, so when I make my This Week in Gun News or my Texas Gun Vault poll question of the week or even my range reports, I try to make it where somebody that is very new to guns, maybe might be slightly anti-gun or on the fence about the Second Amendment, could watch my channel and go, I like what he has to say. He's not crazy. He's not handling the gun unsafe. He's not saying anything weird. He's not like, saying the world's coming to an end and you got to grow a beard and go outside and run and play in the dirt because that's the way all tactical operators are. That they would go, okay, maybe I can get on board with the Second Amendment thing. And also, I try to provide content for geeks that are like me that just love rare and specialty guns or love the way guns work or the history of guns or cloning. So that might not appeal to the vast majority of new gun owners, but still if they subscribed to my channel and saw those, they would go, oh my gosh, this guy's a geek. He's kind of harmless. He's just a dork, But they'll enjoy my other content. But also, since I have that dorky content, that geeky content, that people that are a little bit more into firearms will still like my content and want to hang around. So that's how I try to grow my channel. That's how I try to think about my audience retention. It's not from a business perspective. It's from a Second Amendment advocacy perspective. So there you go. So for all of you guys wondering, is the Texas Gun Vault demonetized? As of me making this video right now, the answer is no. We are still monetized. We still lose money, but we don't lose as much money. And trust me, almost everything that I make on the channel, Patreon money, which is very little, or YouTube money, very little, it all goes right back into the channel. I mean, like literally, it goes to buying ammo. It goes to buying cleaning supplies. It goes to, range stuff. It goes to that kind of thing. It literally comes in the door, whatever it is, I'll say amount X, and X plus 2 goes out the door because I got to put on the content. So I just eat that extra cost. And if I get demonetized, I'll be eating it all myself, and I'll just kind of figure out a way to do it because I think that people need this content and would still want to expect it. And I still want to be their beacon of light in a world that might be a little bit depressing for them. Always be positive, always be upbeat. Yeah, so that's it. So my thoughts on YouTube, monetization, demonetization, all that kind of fun stuff. What's happening? Do I think that YouTube is going to continue to allow gun channels to be monetized? No. I'm waiting for it any day. Any day. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be next month. I try not to be edgy. I try not to bring attention to myself. But eventually I think the algorithm catches up to everybody. I'm just kind of curious. What big channels are done? I don't know. So anyway, so that's it. So that's my thoughts. What's going on? So what do you guys think if you start hearing that gun channels get demonetized? What are you going to do? Because I know a lot of you guys, especially the ones that watch my content, are definitely watching the big channels, the ones everyone watches, the Paul Harrells, the Hickok 45s, the military arms, the Iraqi veteran 888s. I can't remember how many 8s, I think it's 4 8s. You guys are watching that, but you're getting that for free. And especially when you're now watching them and they're not getting paid, you're still getting that information for free. And I kind of feel like you kind of want to give back in some way. I know that not everybody can give financially. As I said, buy a patch from them. Buy a, I think some of them have, Iraqi veteran has those, I don't know if they still have them, the man can things. You give them some money and they send you like a monthly box full of something that has a theme. It might have a knife in and a patch and something else. I'm not even sure if they're still doing that. I bought one of those a while back. It was kind of cool. It said buy a patch, buy something, or just you can give like a one-time donation of $1 to them through like a Patreon. I do that sometimes. Sometimes if a channel puts out a video that I really like and I learn something for it, I go, wow, I didn't know that. I find out they have a Patreon. Like, for example, if I'm out here and there's some gun I cannot figure out how to disassemble or how to change a part on, I go to a channel and they do a video on that exact same thing that I need to know how to do. And it turns out they have a Patreon. I go on there, the Texas Gun Vault will write a note to them and say, you helped me so much. Here's $1. Thank you for making that video. It means so much. I do that all the time. but that's just because I know what goes into these videos. And I think a lot of people will complain, but then when all the big channels go away and all the gun stuff goes away, they're going to complain more and go, "What? Where are they?" It's funny, people get mad at me on my channel, my main channel. I get this all the time. And it's not me hawking the channel. It's not me hawking products or anything. I just say, listen, if you like my channel, thank you. And if you would like to support me in some way, here's my Patreon. That's it. Whatever. Or if you'd like to send me something for review so I can make a video, here's my P.O. box. In fact, I got some, as I said, I got some stuff here I got to unbox. I got some mailroom stuff here. I got another box from Hyatt in California. I got to open up in a mailroom video. So I know what's in those boxes. It's not much, but man, that makes content for the channel. Things where we gun people can talk about guns and gun products and just have a good time. And so I think everybody gets entertained, you know? But that will become harder for a lot of channels. But I just kind of feel like we have to get back to the people that give us the content that we love and appreciate. But as I said, people will come on my channel and say, "I can't believe you're trying to sell a t-shirt." I always talk about my t-shirt shop at the end of my gun news segment. If you want a t-shirt, buy a t-shirt. If you don't, it's totally cool. But that little, I make like $5 from a t-shirt sale. Okay. It's like $5. That's it. It goes a long way for the channel. It really does. But if you like that, buy a t-shirt. And it helps so much, but people say that you're a bad person. You should be doing this for free. What are you talking about? I don't know. People say that all the time. Like, I would never support you because you're just trying to make money. Trust me, I'm just trying to recoup the cost of the money that I'm losing making it. Anyway, I know this is a super long, rambly video, but I guess that's what's kind of going on the gun tubes right now. So there you go. So let me know if you have any thoughts. What do you guys think of YouTube demonetization? How do you guys support channels? I told you how I support the channels that I like and the video content creators that help me so much. So let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.